Hey, what's going on? Charles Austin here, and today we're doing day 2 of the 12 days of fitness, where the word of the day is going to be consistent. But before we get to it, make sure you hit that subscribe button below and make sure you turn those notifications on so you can be alerted every time I make a new video. Now, before we get into day 2 and start talking about being consistent, let's go ahead and recap day 1. Remember, we talked about the importance of being specific and making sure that we are not making broad statement goals. So if you hadn't checked out that video, make sure you hit pause real quick on this one. Check that video out and then come right back so we can talk a little bit about being consistent. So one of the most common reasons why people aren't successful when it comes to losing weight, transforming their body, getting in shape for some type of race, whatever it may be, the most common reason why they aren't successful is because they're just not consistent. Okay, they kind of start and stop. They have a good month, then a bad month, a good week, then a bad week. And then this inconsistency just doesn't tell your body to make any changes. So in order to be consistent, one of the best things that you can do is find a schedule and a process that works best for you. So if, one of the things that you have to start doing is exercising regularly, and you know that it's easiest for you to get it done in the morning, we'll do that. If you have to wake up a little bit earlier to reach your goal, then so be it. Or if you're on the other side, if you know that, hey, I have to get my workout in later on in the day or in the mid part of the day, whatever that may be, find that schedule, find that process, and stick to it no matter what. And even if we're talking about being consistent with our nutrition and changing our diet, if you know you struggle with eating proper meals throughout the week, some of the things that you can do is, cook all of your meals for the week, put them in the freezer, prepare those meals and put them in Tupperware so that each and every day you wake up, you already have a meal ready to go. Some of the other things you can do to help with your consistency with healthy eating is you can add a little bit of water to every single meal, and that way your stomach's a little bit more full and you're not going to be tempted to eat any of the things that you know you shouldn't be eating. And staying with nutrition, a lot of times one of the things that my clients struggle with the most is the idea or the fact that they have to have consistent eating regularly throughout the day. So every 2, 3, or 4 hours, most of the time they should be having some type of meal or snack. So a lot of times my clients will come and say, well, Charles, I have no idea how I'm supposed to do this. I work very hard throughout the day. I have a family, so on and so forth. And one of the things I always tell them is, put reminders on your phone. Okay, have a reminder pop up every now and again that says, hey, it's time to have a meal. It's time to have a snack. So that way you can remain consistent with your timely eating, and there's not huge gaps throughout between your meals throughout the day. And the last thing you can do to help with your consistency is to make sure that when you're making changes to your fitness program or making changes to your diet, make sure that you're doing things that you enjoy and things that you actually can tolerate. Okay, so if there are certain foods that may be super healthy for you, but you absolutely hate those foods, don't try to implement them into your new program. Okay, you're not going to be able to remain consistent. And the same thing goes with your fitness programs. So if you know, for example, that you hate running or you hate doing burpees or whatever that exercise may be, don't make it a regular part of your program because you're going to look at that exercise, you're going to look at that day, and you're going to say, oh, I don't want to do that. So you got to make sure you're picking things that either, number one, you enjoy, or you can at least tolerate. All right, so to recap day 2 of the 12 days of fitness, we talked about the importance of being consistent. The word of the day is consistent. So once you start with it, make sure you stick with it. And keep in mind that the number one reason why fitness goals are never achieved is because of inconsistency. And y'all can also follow me at Fitness Charles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.